Devolving IEBC is probably the clever thing to do. Of course, there will be a middle ground, the electoral college that Raila is proposing. And you know what surprised me is usually Raila has very good ideas in opposition, and when he has power, he doesn't implement them. You see, even if I were advising Kenya Kwanza also, they need to listen to Raila Odinga. Because if you listen to Mheshimiwa here carefully, you will understand that what the election was not about Ruto or Ruto's program. It was not about Raila and Raila's weaknesses. The election was a referendum on Uhuru Kenyatta. That's why they still continue bringing Uhuru Kenyatta into equation, because they understand the Central Kenyan's problem it was having with Uhuru Kenyatta. So, in devolving IEBC, this is what I think need to be supported. I think that you can decentralize. You see, as it is right now, all you have to do in Bomas of Kenya, and I've talked to a lot of very senior politicians in this country and the senior members in the government, who are my friends. Actually, they all agree that all you have to do in the Bomas of Kenya during the tallying of presidential election is simply to announce the president. Okay? And get you announced, and then give your opponent the problem of going to the court. 14 days is not even enough to do anything by the court itself to find the truth. So you understand. So what I want to say, this is what the devolution is likely to do and look like. If, for example, you see, according to law right now, the polling station is the final authority. Okay? So you make the tallying, the presidential tallying center, within a sub-county, within that constituency, to end there. So that the constituency now submit its results, the results of the polling stations, to the county. And then the county submit to the National Tallying Center. This is what we have done in a county like, let's say, Nakuru, 11 constituencies. At the county tallying center, we have 11 entries. 11 is coming from the 11 sub-counties. At the National Tallying Center, then you have 47. So this idea of streaming from polling stations is cut short. Now this is what enables now the country and the court to do. If there is a problem with a sub-county, you can isolate that and recount. If there is a problem with the county, you can isolate that county and recount. So as it is right now, it's not possible for the court to do that. So the court, because the court must maintain peace. Okay? The court needs the country intact. The court usually will overrule you, even if it thinks you have issues, because it's not possible to find the truth. That's why you hear about all these servers now. Do you think the Kenyans don't know that? They do, but they're dishonest. Okay? They want to shortcut. Because you see, the anti-sharing government would have implemented that program easily, because they are the majority in the parliament. They didn't do it. They didn't even address it. So, for me, I think the Kenya Kwanza government will be advised to actually listen to what Raila is saying, because the next election, Uhuru may not be the subject of it. Okay? When I used to go at the campaign at home, people always told me Uhuru must go. They didn't even realize that Raila was a candidate. Uhuru may not be there in 2027 as a focus. So they need an electoral agency that all Kenyans trust and believe in. Now, about the political class selecting and posting candidates, I don't even see why that is so wrong, because there is no independent in the IEBC. We never saw it in Keboito. We didn't see that independent with Hassan, because I remember Hassan calling Raila the perpetual loser. So meaning that he really did like the guy. We haven't seen it. We saw a division where 4 commissioners were on this side and 3 were there. So the independent in the IEBC is fake. Now, because it's fake, the parties may very well get people with integrity, people with enough strength to withstand political pressure. Because look, let's take it. There was political pressure in the last election, because that split was not a split. It was a split 3-4, because the Ruto told us these are anti commissioners. I agree, but these also could very well be money commissioners, since Raila says they went to his house looking for money. So, because of that, I think when the parties, the style of IPPNG, when IPPNG
yes.
got together, it's possible. Devolution, together with the parties nominating, because they can get very credible people, it may very well be the panacea.
Okay.
That is solving the structural problem. Now we have to go to the value problem, which I don't know how that can be addressed.